How are you?
Hi, Justin. Really incredible job in this.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks.
I was so blown away by it because I thought, because it's set around Christmas and it has a little romance, so it would be a little cheesy. But that's not the case at all. The characters are really true to life, and it's just a lovely film to watch.
Thank you very much. We had a lot of fun making it. Charles sent me the script and I'm a fan of his work. I love him. I love his work, and I've since grown to love him. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And I love the script. I read it. I thought it was great. The character was intriguing, and we ended up doing this. We got lucky enough to do the movie, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
You should be. I also love how your character, Jake, is so even tempered and down to earth.
Yeah.
How much of that was in the script, and how much of that was you?
Um, I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty. Am I even tempered and down to earth? Yeah, I'm pretty even tempered and down to earth. I pay her. My publicist. She has to say. No, I'm pretty even tempered and down to earth. I don't get rattled by much. I also do think though that I have that in common with Jake. I think Jake is kind of like that as well. I think he one of the things that he does that I don't do is he's sort of anti-confrontational. I don't like conflict, but I'm not afraid of it. If something needs to happen, it needs to happen, right? And Jake is kind of he'll avoid and he'll deflect and he'll, for instance, he doesn't want to deal with his past. He doesn't want to deal with things that he just wants to write his books, and I think his books and his writing is sort of an escape. He doesn't deal with things the way that I kind of deal with things directly up front, but even keeled, yeah, I'd say I am pretty much like him. Yeah.
When was this filmed? Because the snow and the cold looked real.
I'm so glad to hear that. That was one of the things that I was that's all special effects. That's the special effects house for sure. We filmed that in July in a heat wave in Connecticut. It was like 95 degrees, and we had on these thick winter coats. And our lovely wardrobe department, this woman Jackie, who's amazing, she was doing these things for me where she was literally kind of taking apart the inside of these coats and replacing it with things that weren't down, things that weren't so hot, because it was brutal out there. And the makeup team did a great job, because I mean, I don't know how many times I had someone coming over and like sopping off my face because I'm in a scarf and a winter coat, and it's 95 and humid like you wouldn't believe. And then you watch the movie and it looks freezing, doesn't it? It looks really cold.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was blown away. I mean, I forgot how hot I was. It was incredible. Incredible.
Well, I live in Canada, so I'm used to
Yeah.
snow, sometimes it's so obvious in a movie that they've laid down, I don't know, cotton
Yeah.
batting or something. And no, it was so real, even the ice on the car and everything. It
Yeah.
was just, yeah. Oh, and your face,
Um,
you, I thought it was red because you were freezing.
well, though it was probably red because it was hot. Yeah. But it worked. It worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally did. It was so sweet that Jake brings his dog everywhere he goes. How did you work on establishing a bond?
Well, the dog, it was pretty easy actually. I met that dog a few times before we started shooting, and then I would play with the dog and hang out with the dog's trainer. The dog's owner is also his trainer, and or her, I think her. Let's see how close we are. And the more you just develop that trust, and the more that the dog saw me with the trainer, and we were laughing and we were very friendly with each other, and I think she kind of just understood. But that was mostly the trainer and the dog doing all of that stuff. They were really wonderful.
And you're a dog person as well. You have dogs, right?
Yes, yes, I had two crazy dogs. Yeah, they're insane, but we love them. We love them. They're nuts.
Did it feel similar or different playing a famous writer as opposed to a famous actor like you did on This Is Us?
That was very different. I think just because the characters are so different. And Jake, I think if you're a famous author, like Jake is a famous author, I feel like he can still go around town and kind of not really be bothered, and even if people recognize him. Whereas Kevin started to become more and more and more famous, right? And we also played into that on This Is Us, where he couldn't go. He went to a trailer park to go get his uncle a trailer, and they were like, "Oh my!" We played into that a little bit more. Um, but I also think it's just two totally different characters. One of them is kind of he doubts himself a lot. Kevin always doubted himself a lot, and he didn't have that confidence. And this guy Jake, for some reason, has this supreme confidence. And so yeah, I hadn't made the connection until just now, actually, but that's pretty funny. That I'm wondering if I'm only playing famous people from now on, named Jake. Yeah, kind of limiting myself.
I'm almost afraid to ask this, but when Jake was playing piano, it looked like you were actually playing. Are you going to tell me that you don't play piano?
I can't hear you. I'm
No.
kidding. I heard you. No, I heard you. No, no, I would love to tell you that that was me. I tried to learn that piece. I really did. And I learned a little bit of it, but I didn't learn it. I didn't learn it well enough to be able to play it on the day. I tried. It's a difficult piece. Now my wife plays piano, and I go, what? Look what they gave me. I don't play piano. I was like, look what they gave me. This is ridiculous. And she sits down and she's like, oh, this is not easy. This is hard. And then she just plays it. But I can't read music, and so she just, I'm just like, this is incredible. But so I had to kind of learn where your fingers go as they go, and it got really, really difficult. And you're trying to act while you're doing that, and I just figured, it's easy for me to just do this job, and if I'm trying to act and do that, and I'm not really confident in this, it's going to affect my acting, and the scene's going to stink. So that was not me.
It totally looked like you were playing it,
Good.
because
That's the important thing.
it went from your fingers up to your face, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's actually playing.
Yeah.
Now, did I hear right that you're playing a detective in a new series shot in Vancouver?
Yeah, I play he's a reward seeker, so he works with detectives. He's not he's not a law enforcement at all. But he's sort of he helps find missing people and missing children. It could be a missing item, it could be something like that, it could be anything. But he collects rewards. He's a rewardist to help people with that. And it's so interesting. We shot that. We just got back from Vancouver, and we shot that with Ken Olin, who directed This Is Us, and he directed the pilot of The Never Game. We had the same DP as we did on This Is Us. We had the same line producer as we did on This Is Us. The same second AD as we did on This Is Us. The same some of the same post-production unit that we did. So we basically just took a bunch of This Is Us crew and moved them to Vancouver for a month, and then and shot this thing. It's really good. I saw an editor's or a director's cut. I'm very, very proud of it. Very promising.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to see that.
Ton of fun, yeah.
And I know you once said you were open to doing This Is Us movie. Do you think that would ever happen?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but it doesn't mean it wouldn't happen. I think it would be maybe further down the line if it did happen. But yeah, of course, I'd be open to that. I love those people. That'd be fun.
Thank you so much for talking with me today, Justin. It's been so much fun.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, or if you're returning but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, tap it now, plus the notification bell in the top right-hand corner so you make sure you don't miss out on any new celebrity interviews. Also, hit the like button and tell me below in the comments, who's your favorite star? Who would you like to see me interview next? I'd love to hear from you.